Babu, I am naturally a philanthropist. I hate seeing people go through suffering, people struggling to make ends meet, especially in terms of basic needs. And at an early age, in grade 12, I established a charity, and that is purposely to help people get out of suffering and assist them, especially through education. But looking at society, I realize no matter how rich you are, it's going to be difficult to solve the problems of the majority with individual initiatives. So I believe the best way to help transform the lives of the people is by using their own resources that they contribute to change their lives. And the best way to do that is to seek for public office. Get into the office, use the taxes of the people, use their resources that they've entrusted in your hands, and use the connections that you have through that office to assist, elevate them from the suffering and poverty. If there is any reason, this is why I am running for office. Of course, there is a secondary reason. I belong to a party. I established a party with colleagues and comrades. And I actually want that party to be strengthened, to be able to assist Gambians at a broader scale, because I'm running for West Coast. But my political party is a national one, and I'm sure you are aware. So that is secondary reason to strengthen my party and to also help, contribute to society through my political party. If there are any reasons, this is why I'm running for office.
Why are you independent then?
I went independent because, one, I was denied the chance to run under the umbrella of my party, the National People's Party. We went to primaries through democratic process, and I won the elections. And the party bigwigs felt perhaps they are threatened by my principled nature and non-compromising stance when it comes to truth and facts. So they are not comfortable with me, and they denied me my win. So office is still public office, and it's not given by an individual. It is achieved through an electoral process. And Gambians or West Coastians who decide who to elect in that office decided that, I am one guy they will want to have in that office, so they've approached me to go independent because it's not wrong. So that is why we are independent.
What do you think you can do with that office? You told me your goal is to change the life of the ordinary. How can this office help you do that?
First and foremost, people pay taxes and rates and royalties and all these things to the local government, just like they do with central government. And those resources are meant to provide services for the people. In fact, according to the Act, 60% of what is collected from the people should go back to them in the forms of development. Development in major areas as primary health, education, construction or infrastructure, if I would be general, cleaning or waste management. So when I get into office, of course, I would like to help create a conducive environment for people in the economic sector. You have women in their gardens. A lot of the gardens are not fenced. When they are fenced, they don't have enough of water to provide for the crops or the vegetables. So we want to assist using those resources, fence gardens to protect them from stuff. And we want to also build markets to standard. Brikama, Gunjur, Sukuta, go back to Fonyis, to make sure people have conducive environments. We also want to assist young people with funding to be engaged in entrepreneurship. We want to provide scholarships for people to go to school and get the education they need. We want to provide trucks and services to clean West Coast. People need to live in healthy, conducive environments. We want to provide all these services. So these are things that people want. And these are things that people need. And these are the services we are going to provide for our people and transform their lives through these services.
What are the problems West Coast have, and why do you think you can solve it?
West Coast has a lot.
Why did you leave Canada to come?
West Coast has a lot of problems. Why did I leave Canada to come? So I went to Canada on scholarship. Scholarship provided to me by government. Former President Jammeh awarded me scholarship to go study engineering in Canada. And we know that the objective of sending a son outside is to go get the skills required and get back to utilize those skills to better the lives, to improve the lives of society. I went to Canada, I studied, I got a very good job with Canadian government, excellent salary. But the fact of the matter is, it is the poor Gambians whose taxes were spent on me to go get that education. And their objective is not to have me get the education and stay and develop someone else's land. It's to come back and better the lives of our people here. No matter how difficult that process is, I've decided that, I have to come back home to give back to a community that made me who I am. And that is Gambian people. And that is the people of West Coast. The people of other regions that are resident in West Coast. So I have come back because I want the knowledge that I learned from the money that they've spent on me to get that knowledge to contribute to bettering the lives of our people. That is why I left Canada. I tell people my salary is probably, I don't know how I'm going to put this. 3 days of my work in Canada is equivalent to the salary that I probably would get at Brikama Area Council a month. And it comes with all the benefits, where I work in Canada. But we have to come home and make sure we transform the lives of our people and the conditions to a point that those that are going through the back way will not need to go through the back way because they have what they need here. So that's why I came back from Canada, my brother.
Are you hopeful the job will be done?
I am very hopeful that the job will be done. I have made some connections that I believe will be of immense benefit to our people. Connections with institutions, with local governments that will help us. But also, we have a development plan that we will follow with the help of experts, with the help of genuine Gambians who today are working for institutions and are, overseeing budgets that are almost 10 years of Gambia's salary, Gambia's budget. Their annual budgets are sometimes 10 years of Gambia's budget. So we have these development plans, and we want to go by those plans, and we want to engage our very, very generous partners, European Union, USAID, Canadian Fund for International Development, and all of these. And I believe, even if the job is not 100% done or achieved, we might get at least 50% of the job done. And I think in politics, when you get that, you've done a lot. We'll build the foundation, I believe, yes.
So why should I vote Gitteh?
Vote for Gitteh because he is honest. What he is able to do, he is able to do. What he is not going to pretend. That's number one. Number two, Gitteh is ambitious. What he set his mind and his aims on, he would achieve. For Gitteh, failure does not exist. That's number two. Number three, Gitteh is educated, and he has what it takes intellectually to take care of this office. Number four, Gitteh is not looking for this office because Gitteh wants to get an employment. I'm sure it's clear to everybody that Gitteh has a job with a government that is 100 times in a better position than the government of the Gambia, particularly Brikama Area Council. And we believe that Gitteh is coming into this position because Gitteh wants to serve the country, not because Gitteh wants to get something out of this position. So that is a factor that people have to look into. Number five, Gitteh has connections, and he would make sure that he explore all the avenues available nationally and internationally to get the people what people can what people want. Number five, Gitteh has zero tolerance for corruption. One reason why this country is not moving forward. I am going to stick my life, I'm going to put my life on the line to make sure not a butut of poor people's taxes is wasted through corruption and corrupt practices. So, these and many other things. And, Gitteh is a believer. I'm from a very strong religious background, and we believe that whatever we do, tomorrow will be accounted for it. If I do anything wrong, anything that is not in the interest of the people deliberately, I'll stand before God tomorrow to account for it. So these are all reasons as why I think people should vote for Ahmad Gitteh.
Are you going to win?
110% sure. By the grace of Allah, I'm going to win. There are a lot of factors that are pointing to that. And so we're going to win, inshallah.